I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Katrina.
And welcome to
Do It For The Bit,
where we've been dealing with
natural disasters.
both on the dance floor and in real life since 99.
Jesus, okay. Yeah, today's episode.
It's almost September.
Yeah.
Which means two things in Texas. Hurricane season.
Okay, hurricane season
and homecoming.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. So this is kind of like a Texas culture, like, sequel.
Yeah.
But
part two-ish.
Part two-ish. But we're just talking about the very specific experience of, like, late August and, like, September Texas culture.
Yeah. This is a very specific moment in time. We're recording this August 27th.
Yeah.
In San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
So from August 27th to like September 30th.
Yeah.
This it's like literally just the month of September is what we're really talking about.
Yeah. The month of September.
Which great timing.
Great timing, you know, but
what can we say? We're geniuses.
This is timely, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if you are not from Texas or are new to Texas or have nothing to do with Texas, we want to tell you about the September Texas experience.
Because boy, oh boy, is it...
It's a lot.
Interesting.
It's, like, September's already kind of, like, a shitty month.
It's already a weird month.
It's a weird month because...
School is starting.
School starts.
Summer's over.
So summer's over. Bummer.
But... It's not yet fall.
It's not fall.
In like almost every other place, September is the start of fall.
Not here.
Fall doesn't start till like October 15th for us.
Yeah. September is still
fall.
Hot as hell.
So September, I'm gonna be completely honest, it gets its own separate category.
Yeah.
It gets its own separate. It's not fall. It's not summer. It's September.
It's September, and it's Virgo season. I don't believe in anything with astrology.
It's also Libra season. I mean,
it's
you're
also
Libra
season, but it is predominantly
Virgo season.
It's everyone's goddamn birthday.
Everyone is born in September. Literally, almost every single one of my friends, like I'm thinking of right now, September birthdays, and they're all great people. We never said they weren't.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's a great birthday month.
Oh, okay.
So it's, like, fun because everyone's celebrating each other.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant, like, and you know what? We can't hold it against them. They're great people. We can't help that they were born in September. I'm like, damn.
So that's the thing. It's like, I don't believe in anything with astrology at all, but there is something different about Virgo season, and it's just because literally everyone's got a goddamn birthday.
Yeah.
And so it becomes very relevant that there's Virgos everywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to me, but it's funny.
I love astrology.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to put that out there. And you know what? Whenever people are like, I don't believe in astrology, or like they're like, I don't like it.
Like me.
Immediate red flag.
Sorry.
You know what? You can have podcast over. Episode over. No, like whenever people are like, it's stupid, it's dumb. Like whenever like they start bashing it, it's like even if you don't like it or you don't believe in it, it's like something fun for me.
Yeah.
And if you like, some people just want to like shit on it, just because like they don't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do that because it's like predominantly like a very like girly thing, and so I hate when people like don't like it, like just like to put someone down.
Yeah.
It's like I can tell a lot about you by how you respond to astrology.
Yeah. I mean,
you have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like
you guys have fun.
We've
with
looked
it.
at your birth chart. Like it's like you don't care if you don't believe it.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're like, no, it's stupid, it's dumb, then it's like, oh, okay, I know who you are.
It just like doesn't affect my life at all because I don't believe in it. So I'm not gonna sit around hating on it.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point?
I just think it's funny. I think it's silly. I don't believe in it most of the time. I just think it's like a fun thing to like be involved in. You know what I mean? I think it's like a fun thing to just kind of like, you know about. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I'm like, ooh, I can tell. Mercury is in retrograde right now, baby.
I don't know, man.
Mercury is retrograding.
I just know sometimes my life sucks and sometimes it's good. And sometimes it's my fault and sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's the moon's fault or a planet's fault. And it's nice to know that.
Well, that is nice. It is good to place blame somewhere instead of me. Because me as a non-believer, I'm just wandering this earth going like, huh, why me? Because I didn't do this shit.
I didn't do fucking shit.
And it's like, if I was like one of you guys, I could wander around and be like, you know, shit's ass, but when this moon moves, it'll be better. And then And then usually things work their way out.
Exactly. It's so nice because I can be like, you know what, like, I can understand like why this is happening right now because like Mercury's in retrograde. Communication is going to be a little hazy and hard right now. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to worry about it because it's like it'll work itself out in like 3 weeks.
I believe things will work itself out in 3 weeks anyway. Just because life. So that's where I stand.
That's fair. You know what? ¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah. Shit happens.
Anyways, I don't know how we got to that, but anyway.
I don't know. Talking about September and Virgo.
Oh yeah, September. So September, right?
Yeah.
It's a very, very special time. It's hurricane season. And it's also hurricane season is from January.
It's year round.
It actually doesn't stop.
It don't stop.
24/7. Hurricane season.
Yeah, no, it's
hurricane. Bitch. You remember that?
Yeah.
I hadn't watched that in a really long time, and then I watched it and I was like, damn, this was such a funny skit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the Floribama Shore skit from SNL featuring Saoirse Ronan. So funny.
That's a good skit.
It's so good.
Dude, I miss old SNL. I would be so fulfilled. I was so full after watching it. I know, literally everyone's always like, SNL sucks now, but they say that in every season of Life of SNL, and then like, but the general consensus is like whatever season or like whoever the cast was whenever you were in high school is usually your favorite. That's not true. Literally, my favorite eras of SNL are 2004 through like 2018.
Yeah. I have to completely agree with you, bestie.
That's a pretty big, because that's a lot of cast changes.
That's Jason Sudeikis. That is Andy Samberg. That's Bill Hader. That's Fred Armisen. That's Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
That is Kate McKinnon.
Seth Meyers.
Oh.
Yeah. You got like that's
that. And that's not even touching half of them.
Bobby Moynihan.
That's Leslie Jones.
Jones.
Like Kenan Thompson, always there.
Kenan Thompson, tried and true.
That's
his
my
ass
boy.
Ain't going anywhere.
That's my boy.
Love to see something constant in my life, and it's Kenan Thompson on Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm. Cecily Strong left.
Hero, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Kate McKinnon.
I always thought we kind of looked alike.
Y'all do look alike, and also we look alike. So I also, by extension, also look like Cecily Strong.
I love that.
I love Cecily Strong.
She's so funny.
So smart. I love her. Kate McKinnon,
Adie Bryant.
Oh my god, I love Adie baby.
Oh, and this is whenever Melissa McCarthy would be on, and she would make fun of that one guy who would always get angry. And
Trump's
like Secretary 8 or whatever.
Yes, the guy who always speak for Trump.
That was awesome.
That was so funny. Oh my god, do you remember when Matt Damon was Brett Kavanaugh? Yeah, that was so funny.
Like they would eat.
And then Kate McKinnon as Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Ginsburg.
And then Stefan. Literally, like, don't even try. Like, that was, like, top tier, goated cast.
So good.
Yeah.
Period. And then, like, oh my god, young Pete Davidson.
Whenever they just brought him on, like, Weekend Update, and they're like, and now, Pete Davidson.
He's not doing a character.
No character.
He's just talking.
And you know what? That's what we do. So good for him.
He's just like us for real.
Pete Davidson and us are literally the same people.
Because we talk,
and so does he.
Yes.
Ayo.
Yeah, so people are always like, SNL hasn't been good since the blank blank, or SNL, and they like, they only like one specific like cast of people.
Yeah.
Whereas us, we like basically 20 years of SNL. Mm-hmm. But now we're like, it's fallen off. That being said,
I absolutely want to host it so bad, and I want to work on it so bad.
I want to be a part of it so fucking bad.
You know what? We would be the what changes, the turnaround.
Yeah, we'd turn that shit around.
We would be like, you know what? We see where we are, and we would take it to the moon.
Yes, Lorne Michaels, let us do something with SNL.
I'm the eldest boy.
We're
gonna take it to the moon.
Yes, we're gonna go full Kendall Roy on SNL.
They would love that.
They would love that. Oh my god, they've never had a Succession sketch, I don't think.
Really?
I don't think so. Anyways.
God. I'm just thinking.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just love whenever Adam Driver is on. He's hosted it so many times.
Adam Driver's
so
sketches
funny
are so
every single time.
I guess those are like outside the window of 2020. No, actually, those are from like 2016 because of Force Awakens and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a few.
He
hosted a lot.
Yeah, every time he
but
hosts.
he is such a good host.
When Adam Driver hosts or when John Mulaney hosts,
it's you're gonna be full.
You're gonna eat.
There's the buffet is about to be spread.
Like almost every sketch is a banger. So much fun.
God, I love it.
Anyways, Monkey Judge.
I'm baring my teeth to show my dominance. I will now throw sand at you.
Monkey Judge, classic. Adam Driver as the hot dad at the sleepover.
Classic. Adam Driver as the oil baron.
Classic. Dude, literally, we had these, like, sketches memorized back in the day.
Oh, one of my favorite sketches, two of them, PowerPoint.
That's a good one.
I love that sketch.
That's a kind of a deep cut. Not a lot of people know about PowerPoint.
Not a lot of people know about PowerPoint, but literally at work I was designing something and then like the program crashed for a sec. And so then literally everything I was designing went wrong and it literally looked like straight out of PowerPoint. It was awesome.
That is so funny.
But it's PowerPoint and then you know what? The theater kids, whenever they're getting the cast list with Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Oh my, it's so accurate and it's so funny and everyone is breaking character.
Yes, and Will like his eyes come through the door.
And he comes through the door and he's like, sweet chaos. And then whenever he's like, mayoral pose. And then Bo and Yang literally everyone breaks character in that one. It's so good.
That one's really good. And then, oh my god. I just want to talk about, like, Adam Driver sketches. Whenever Kate McKinnon in the sleepover hot dad sketch, like, is, like, hitting on him.
Yeah.
But then, like, trying to cover up that she has flushed a pad.
And she caused so much damage.
To his house because, like, the toilet overflowed and got into the electrical.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, you know, like, how about this? I go to college and I learn things. And then Memorial Day weekend, I come back.
We smash.
Ugh. Iconic line from famous lesbian Kate McKinnon.
And the thing is, she's so right. Anyway, we don't need to go into like that.
Sorry, we'll do like a full like SNL sketch episode. We should
because that SNL sketches are so
there's so many that are so precious to us.
Then there's one that we absolutely love that has been absolutely scrubbed from the internet.
Oh my god, it makes me so mad
because
where is it?
I don't know. You can't find it. I literally remember I looked up when. So okay, there's this one sketch called Little Peanut.
Is it called Little Peanut or is it called Subway Performers?
Yeah. Subway Performers. And Josh Hutcherson is like the guest star.
He's the host.
Yes. And they are Subway Performers, and as a Subway performer, Josh Hutcherson is named Little Peanut, and it's so funny. He has a little flag whenever he gets lost in the traffic.
Crowds, yeah.
And we loved this skit. We looked it up one day, and we realized it was nowhere to be found. It was nowhere on like
SNL's website.
It was scrubbed from the website. It was scrubbed from YouTube.
We just can't figure out why.
And the thing is, all of his other sketches that he did are still there, except for Subway Performers.
It wasn't a live sketch. It was a digital.
It was like a digital short.
So if anyone knows what we're talking about, it is the Subway Performers Josh Hutcherson hosted digital short.
If anyone has named Little Peanut
and his performer name is Little Peanut. If anyone knows where that sketch has gone or has seen it and could at least be like, oh, gee, I loved that sketch.
Please let us know.
Or at least validate us and that you've seen it.
At this point, I feel crazy.
We feel fucking crazy.
I know I'm not because you've seen it and Erica has seen it. And
we quoted it to each other.
Yeah. Oh, we would.
Little Peanut. And he starts waving his flag. He's like, because he's really short, and like the there's like so many people in the subway that he gets like washed away.
He gets pushed around.
So funny. And
so,
I think Kenan Thompson and Jay Farrow are in it, and they're doing like
they're doing like beatboxing or like
they're doing like micro
dancing
because
with their fingers.
Yes, because the subway's so crowded they can't actually dance.
Yes.
So they're doing micro dancing.
Okay, hashtag invented TikTok dances.
Okay, word. Yeah. Anyways, love that sketch. It's gone forever.
Goodbye.
Anyways, okay, sorry.
So,
we'll stop now.
Hurricanes.
Yes. The reason we started talking about this because
I was literally about to be like hurricane, and I was like, I did that just now.
Yeah. You recommended the Floribama Shore.
It's a great
great sketch. Anyways,
hurricanes. Now we've lived through quite a few hurricanes.
So many.
It's funny because like whenever like we go downtown, like my family, like we went to like an Astros game last weekend. And we drove by this one, I think it's called like the White Hall or like the White House, kind of like it was a hotel.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, "Remember that hotel?" And I was like, "No, not really." And then Dad was like, "That's the hotel that we stayed in whenever Hurricane Ida came in." And I was like, "Okay, work." That's whenever we were like 5.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Bestie, I'm not gonna remember the hotel."
Yeah.
Dad does though.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we lived through Hurricane Ida.
Okay, well there was. I don't remember Ida. There was Tropical Storm Alice, which flooded the fuck out of Houston. I think either while we were alive or right before we were alive. Just absolutely.
My family wouldn't have been in Houston at that time.
Okay.
Because they would have been in Amarillo.
My family got caught in that. And that was, what was so bad was that it flooded everything in downtown Houston. And this was back whenever hospital records were paper and it wasn't fully digitized. And all the records were in the basements of the hospitals. And it like destroyed all these medical records. It was horrible. Super huge mess, like semi-trucks floating around like downtown Houston. It was terrible. So that's the other thing, is Houston is not just prone to hurricanes. It's these tropical storms that get stuck just dumping water on top of Houston. And then Houston is built on a bayou, so it fucking naturally floods because it used to be wetlands. Disaster environmentally.
It's so, yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
And
but
so
when we were in elementary school, whenever we were in kindergarten, it was Hurricane Katrina.
And
that was Hurricane Rita.
Yes.
They were like twins. And I know they alternate between guys and girls. So I think it was Hurricane Katrina, and then there was a guy hurricane that a male named Hurricane that like showed up and then like died out or something. And then Rita showed up right after that because there was so much cooking in that Gulf. That was 2005, I think.
And like 2008 was Hurricane Ike?
Ike was bad. We were older. We were like 10 or something.
Okay.
But I remember my first evacuation was for Hurricane Rita.
Really?
And Katrina.
I wasn't there at that time.
Yeah.
Because I was in... Wait, when was... That was 2005?
Yeah. Were you in Austin?
No, I was in...
Most people did not evacuate for Katrina because Katrina hit New Orleans, not Houston. But Rita was right on its tail and hit Houston. So I was kind of...
I think maybe I went to my, like, grandma's house.
Yeah, we were all kind of evacuating just from general peril in the, Gulf. But it was funny because it happened, like, I had my birthday in a Days Inn motel while we were evacuating from Rita. And... this lady that was also evacuating, and it was in the hotel room next to us. This is like a core memory. I was like 5 years old. Major chain smoker just comes up to me, and I have this like little gas station like birthday cake, and she comes up with a lighter because she's got one because she's
a chain smoker,
and she goes, "Hey honey, like I'm sorry about your birthday," and then like lights my candle.
That's honestly awesome.
I was just like, and I think I actually had to evacuate for a different thing on a different birthday, like later in elementary school.
Yeah.
And like my mom always joked that like we went on trips for my birthday.
Aww.
And that I was like spoiled, like as a joke. But I'm like in a Days Inn, like or like a motel or something.
You're like, oh, I'm nervous.
And like a random like chain smoker's like lighting up my birthday cake.
Happy birthday. That's really sweet, though.
And that's the Texan September experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spending your birthday.
It's Virgo and Libra birthdays.
Spending them in a hotel, evacuating from a hurricane.
Yeah, that's what that is.
No. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember evacuating for too many hurricanes.
Everyone stayed for Ike, but it was pretty rough. Like, we had a lot of tall pine trees just, like, fall on neighbors' houses and just, like, obliterate roofs.
I don't think I was there for Ike.
Did you evacuate?
I think I was in... When was Ike? I don't remember.
You were here.
Was I?
Yes.
What year?
Like, 5th grade.
In the morning of September 13th, 2008.
Oh, it's way earlier than I thought.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's why I said 2008. I
remember it so well that I thought I was way older than that.
No, I wasn't there. I was in Austin.
You were in Austin? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I remember it's like so well that I thought I was way older than I was. But I remember just walking around my neighborhood and it just like looked trashed because everything was blown all over the place.
Yeah.
Trash cans were like all the way up like in people's lawns, and stuff was in trees, and trees were in yards, and it was like, and it was also weird because it was such a hot summer, and after the hurricane had blown through, it was so cool outside, which was, and all the power was out, so it was nice that it was cool outside and we didn't have to worry about burning up. But yeah, I guess it's weird that I was 8 because I remember, like, walking around, like, by myself unsupervised all day. And it's because we didn't have to go to school, so, like, man, fuck,
I'll just walk around.
Back then, we didn't have,
we didn't have nothing to do.
We didn't have shit to do. So
I was like, do whatever you want.
I'll just wander, I guess.
That's
I remember also, because we didn't evacuate and we were scared about, I have a lot of tall trees around my house. We were scared that it was going to fall on the house. We slept in, like, the innermost, like, closet in the house, like what you do for tornadoes. And so there's just, like, a mattress in the master bedroom's closet. Yeah. And I slept there. And it was, like, so loud. Because the wind was just, like, it was the loudest thing ever. I barely slept. Not because I was, like, scared, just because it was, like, you couldn't sleep. Crazy loud. And I was like, this is weird. I'm in a closet on a bare-ass mattress in my parents' bedroom closet. Core memory.
I bet.
Yeah. Oh, also we used to do this thing. They don't really recommend you do it anymore because they think it's, like, useless, but instead of boarding up our windows, you're supposed to take, like, painter's tape and crisscross lots of random crisscrosses all around your window. So that way, if the window broke, it broke in those big chunks, and they all stuck together
instead of, like, little pieces.
Instead of little pieces that shattered and went everywhere.
It was. I get the thought process behind that.
I get the thought process. I don't know if it actually, like, works.
I mean, I feel like it's better to do something than nothing.
I think it's, it's something. But we never boarded up our windows.
No, I've never done that.
Because also that's kind of an added risk of having other shit flying around.
Yeah, but tape's fine.
Tape is like,
But no, let's talk about the big kahuna, the main one that we were both there for.
Yeah. 2017 Harvey.
So I'm being completely honest. I remember I literally did not hear anything about Hurricane Harvey until 2 days before it hit, because we were in, like, rehearsal for Pride and Prejudice, and then someone was like, "Oh,"
and that is of the utmost importance.
I was busy. I was being a star on stage. Okay, I was cast as Miss Bennett.
You were Miss Bennett.
Okay, so I was putting that work. Okay?
You were Mother.
Oh my gosh, I literally was Mother, though.
I am your mother. I am your mother. That's another good SNL sketch. Sketch. That's another good SNL sketch. Fred Armisen.
Oh,
I am your mother.
Troy Bolton. Zac Efron
And Fred Armisen.
Your mother. I am your
Jason Sudeikis.
God, that's so good. But
I am your mother.
So I was. Someone was like, "Oh, hey, because of, like, like the hurricane, are we gonna have school?" And they're like, "Oh, like, you mean we'll find out. We'll see how it goes and how it develops and stuff." And I was like, "Hurricane, her a bitch." Part 2.
Got to use it again.
But I was like, hurricane, like, what are y'all talking about? They're like, yeah, there's, like, a hurricane building. It's called Harvey. Like, it's coming in. Literally was so confused. I was like, huh, weird. The next day, I didn't know anything of going on. And then, like, literally, it was, like, disaster. Like, Hurricane Harvey was hitting. Like, was school canceled? Or I think it was, like, on a Saturday or something.
I think it started on, I don't remember.
I'm going to look this up because I want let's
get the facts,
because whenever we redid, like, the Texas winter storm,
the winter,
our facts were a little off.
Yeah, we were, like,
the timeline
off by,
was a little off,
a full day.
But not now. We've learned from our mistakes.
Yeah. When did...
It says, oh my gosh.
What?
So it says how long it was. Because it was so long.
It was so long.
This hurricane hit August 17th, and it ended September 3rd. That's what it says on Google.
I remember, like, just a month of darkness and, like, complete loss of time. We were off of school for, like, 2 full weeks, I think.
Uh-huh.
I think it sat over the same spot in Houston.
It did.
For 2 weeks. I think the full hurricane of, like, hitting the coast, so, like, Galveston or whatever, and then, like, moving, like, past Houston, that's what's giving that full 17 to the whatever, September 3rd or whatever. But,
okay,
like...
this one says September 1st. Or it dissipated September 2nd. So, like, basically over, like, 3 weeks of pure hurricane, like, rain.
Just rain. It just rained forever.
Yeah, because I remember school had just started.
I remember my coach in track. I remember she was like, yeah, well, we got that hurricane coming in, so probably gonna get a long weekend. And then I didn't see her for 2 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, it was a Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
I don't remember if we got, like, Friday off or something, or if I don't remember. I feel like it felt like it happened on a weekend, and then everyone on Monday was like, well, obviously we're not coming in.
We can't come in.
Yeah.
So I just...
Because it's still hurricaning.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't know anything about it, and then it hit, and...
A month of darkness.
It was quite literally, like, 3 weeks of craziness, because, like, basically all of Houston flooded, and all of, like, outside of Houston, like, everything was flooded.
Everything flooded.
Everything was bad. And scary and terrifying. And you didn't know if you were going to get flooded or not, because basically everything is, like, the same level with, like, minor variations and, like, feet and inches.
And then there was... it was, like, similar kind of, like, to the Katrina situation, where... Well, okay, in Katrina, the levee broke.
Yes.
And flooded all of New Orleans. In Houston, they did controlled releases.
But I remember
to prevent it from breaking.
There was one point of time. So where I live, there was it's part of, like, George Bush Park.
Yeah.
And they didn't build anything on the park because it was also used as floodplains.
For floodplains.
But then a few years before that, probably like 2015, 2016, they made all these apartments on the park.
Yeah.
And which is used for flood. So I think
it should be fucking illegal.
I think that they didn't have to, like, disclose that with the people or something like that. Like, I know that, like, legally they did something wrong, and I heard about it later. I just forgot. But these people were living on floodplains
and had no idea.
They had no idea. And so whenever the storm hit, it had been, like, days and days of just rain. And so it's flooding near my house. And so my dad and I go on a walk, and we go near where the apartments are.
And it's still raining.
It's still raining. And I see that the first floor of the apartments is completely covered in water. Yeah. And at that point, it was like, it happened so fast at that point that, like, people were still coming out. They were still leaving. And so I was like, Dad, like, you can do whatever. I'm going to be here and help people get out of the water, get out of boats. Yeah. Like, I'm going to help, like, bring people out of, like, the flooding. And I remember it was just kind of like neighbors were just helping. Yeah. People were just coming up with their boats or their big trucks.
The Cajun Navy.
Well, we want to get to that, but in a sec. Yeah. But I remember then later on, like, cops were coming and stuff, like enforcement officials. Yeah. And I heard them talking, and this was, like, at a point when they didn't know if, like, the dam was going to break or not. And so they, like, were like, hey, y'all, like, if the water starts rising, you have to leave immediately because that means that it broke. Yeah. It was getting really close to the point. And so, like, for, like, a cop to be like, it might break. Yeah.
If they're, like, allowed to say that to you,
that's terrifying. Yeah. So that was, like, a very, very core memory of, like, pulling people out of water and being, like, on edge the whole time of, like, because it could come at any moment. Yes. You don't know.
Yes, that's, like, and also,
and it wouldn't just be like a little bit of water. It would be like 6 feet of water
suddenly surging.
Oh yeah, just coming towards you, taking down everything in its path.
Yeah. No, and I remember whenever we came back from school, and you had done so much of that to help those poor people that were living in apartments built on a fucking floodplain.
Which...
So, literally, there's a special place in hell for land developers. Like, genuinely.
Who don't... Yeah.
Like most land developers, I think, are gonna go to fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm talking to all those shitheads that are messing with Maui right now. That's a whole different thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I just... it's horrible what happened over there. Anyways, I remember whenever we came back, I saw your legs, and your legs were completely rubbed raw in a ring around where your rain boots went up to, because you had been submerged in, like, water and all this nasty flood water, and had been working out there to get people out, and it just rubbed this, like, ring around where the top of your boots were. And that was, like, such a, like, a graphic thing where I was like, ugh, like, this, like, everyone's been through a lot and done a lot of work to help each other out. But yeah.
I remember, like, the water, not even, like, the deepest part, but, like, just getting people out, it would be up to my waist.
Ugh. That is just, it's so scary.
And, that
wasn't
even the deepest part. Because, like, I mean, I saw, like, a whole first story of, like, houses completely underwater. And it was coming to the second story.
Yeah.
And I remember looking out, and there were people on, like, the third story who were like, do I leave?
Like,
how do I get out? What do I do? And they were trying to, like, talk to us on how they could get out.
Yeah, because, like, what do you do? Swim out the stairs? Ew,
yeah, like,
no, that's so dangerous.
Because you don't know what's in there. There's sewage, there's snakes, there's power lines.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous, flood water. Like, don't ever swim in it.
Yeah.
And I remember that, I think that, like, that we saw some people, like, who weren't as badly affected by, like, the floods. They were, like, kind of, like, canoeing in it or whatever. They were like, oh, like, we're just gonna, like, float in it.
Yeah, I remember some of that, but it was like, I don't know. People are always dicking around.
Yeah, but also, like, girl, don't play in sewer. Dude, don't play in flood water.
Literally, this is like a PSA. If there is flood water, do not fucking get in it. Because, one, it's not like a pool where it's like the bottom is like flat. Yeah. You're gonna fucking break your ankle because you're gonna like walk into a curb and not know it's there.
Or like a hole. There's always random holes in the ground.
Yeah, like, sorry. And then also, it's just mixed with sewage. It's mixed. There's fucking snakes everywhere because this is on the, like, floodplains. Yeah. That's like,
there's snakes everywhere in the floodplains.
That's just raw dog nature over there. You should not build apartments on that.
No. So don't play in flood water.
Stay out of flood water.
Unless you're helping people. But also just beware.
Turn around, don't drown, don't drive in giant puddles.
It's crazy how many people were driving in
Houston. Yeah. It's like, it's so sad. I feel like Houston's gotten better about it because the amount of, like, PSAs they have put out where they're just like, here's a video of someone who thought they could make it. They didn't make it and they are stuck. Like, and also people die of that all the time. Yeah. Because they can't get their door open and then they suddenly just drown. It's horrible. It's sad. It's so sad. So, turn around, don't drown was, like, a very successful PSA, I felt like.
I think literally just reading now, I think it said like 103 fatalities.
The timeline. So, basically the hurricane hit and then because of, like, I think there was like a dry system that was, like, north of it, so they just kind of, like, all the systems went together to where this hurricane literally just sat on top of us, but it was so big that it was still pulling in moisture from the Gulf. So it was never ending. It never, like, dried up or moved or anything. It just kept feeding itself and dumping onto us. And so it wasn't like Ike, where it was one night in a closet and it was scary and loud, and then it blew over, and then the next day it was, like, cool weather outside. And Ike had gone somewhere north or whatever. It was just rain forever. It was rain and lightning. Yeah. And it
was gray.
It was
for
dark.
Weeks on end.
It was so dark. It was just... it was so weird not seeing the sun for that long. I remember it was
driving me stir crazy.
I was getting fucking nuts. I was going crazy because I was like, this is just, like, there's no night and day. It is just dark outside.
It's dark. It was really...
And then just
like the constant stress of, like, is the dam gonna break? Yeah. Is it like, is it gonna break? Is it not? Are we gonna get flooded or not?
It was already flooding everyone around us without the dam broken. Yeah. So I can't even imagine how bad it would be if the dam broke.
So we I didn't get my house flooded.
No. How high up did it get over where you were?
It got pretty high. Because I remember we would, like, step out to, like, the front porch, and we saw, like, we have a lot of pine needles on our yard.
Yeah.
And so, like, they got pushed up really high up on the yard. It was pretty close to the porch.
Yeah.
But we never got flooded.
And the elevation difference between your street and your house is pretty significant.
Yes.
Like,
so, like, you have to walk.
It's sitting
you have to walk at, like, a little bit of an incline.
Yeah, and my house is the same way.
Mm-hmm. So, that's why I think we didn't get flooded. Because if it was on, like, the street level, we totally would have. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. And my house, my whole neighborhood was fine. Mm-hmm. Our neighborhood sat up, but literally, the neighborhood next to us, there was boats, like, picking people up. It became our junior high became like a dock.
Yes.
Where boats would, like, dock and, like, get released into the water so they could go towards where the reservoir and, like, the floodplains were and all those big fancy houses and go rescue people. Mm-hmm. So, like, that was one neighborhood over, but our neighborhood was dry. Mm-hmm. It was good.
I remember Erica's house got a little flooded.
Just like
the tiny
came in,
and
it
wasn't
door.
even like the whole house. It was just like the front.
It was just the front came in the door.
But I remember we had to
which is crazy because she has a ginormous, very very deep
huge lake,
and that entire lake filled up enough to where it came into the houses that were sitting up so high, which is crazy.
It was a lot. But I remember we checked on her house and we couldn't check because it was like that's like where all the water was.
Her neighborhood was required to evacuate.
Mm-hmm. And so we had to it was like whenever like the rain was a little less intense, we drove as close as we could and then we walked and we like climbed the fence. We were like walking on like the gate to like just get a peek into her neighborhood to see how it was looking.
Yeah, we were like,
because she had to evacuate, and so we were like wanting to give her an update.
Yeah. And then did the police come down your street and suggest people evacuate?
I was about to say I remember police came down our street and they were like they had their sirens on. They're like, guys, like y'all should evacuate. Then that was like honestly towards the end of the hurricane, so I don't know why like they waited.
It's probably because they were scared about the break.
Yeah. But they were like, y'all should evacuate. Like we highly suggest evacuation. And then I remember my dad was talking to the cop, and then it was like, I don't know. I don't really think anyone from my neighborhood evacuated.
Yeah.
But I think my dad was kind of like, I don't want to deal with like leaving. And he was like, where are we going to go? There's nowhere to go. We can't drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Everything's booked.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be at home. And if like the worst comes to worst, then like we'll just at least be at home.
Yeah.
So that was a really scary time.
Yeah. And I remember whenever they were talking about how they were doing like these controlled releases from the like reservoir like levee thing, and then they were doing that because they were scared it was gonna break and all that stuff. They released these like really really detailed, and I really appreciated them doing this. They did a great job getting this to so many people and getting it like on the news.
Oh, was it the maps?
They put out these maps, like topography, like maps of like different areas, and you had to, like, you know, it was like an incredibly detailed map, so it was a little overwhelming. And people were like, if you were in like the red, like if the reservoir broke, your house is gonna be flooded, or it's probably already flooding right now if you're not there. And so lots of people, like lots of my friends, evacuated, and then they were so stressed out and panicked, they couldn't like read the map. Yeah. And they couldn't just like so detailed and stuff.
Yeah, they just couldn't like focus and it's zeroing on it.
I had like 4 or 5 different people. I was like running like a call center, like calling me and asking me to read the map and tell them if their house was flooded.
Yeah.
Which was like crazy responsibility for a 16-year-old to have.
I remember you were 18 at this point. Or you were about to be 18.
Oh, yes, I was a 17-year-old.
Yeah. But I just remember, like, we were in a group chat with, like, the people, and then you'd be like, sorry, dog, probably gonna get flooded.
Yeah. And I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of our friends had flooded houses.
Yeah. Literally so many people completely flooded. And I think it was, everyone really came together and, you know, but and there wasn't, like, looting or anything like that. I don't think. I didn't remember I remember just hearing good stories. I don't think there was a lot of looting or anything.
It was mainly, like...
Because everything was destroyed. What is there to loot? Like, worry about your own, like, flooded shit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go
before you get someone else's.
Yeah.
But I do remember, like,
we know way too many people that prepare for hurricanes with guns.
Yeah. Literally, like, I remember we saw someone's, like, Snapchat story and it was, like, ready to go. Girl,
and it was a picture of, like, shotguns with ammo.
And we're like, what are you talking about?
Where's your water?
Yeah, where's your
batteries?
Food?
Where's your radio? Food? Where's your radio?
Like, let's think about it.
Literally, that's what my Girl Scout Gold Award was making hurricane prep stuff.
Or, yeah, like, before, during, and after, like, videos for, like,
what to do for a hurricane.
But no, it was...
you should be prepping by filling up your bathtub.
You should be prepping by, like, making sure you have food.
Yeah.
Not getting a gun.
That
is literally not going to solve anything.
Like, there's plenty of memes of, like, people, like, joking about, like, guys going out and shooting hurricanes. But what they're doing is getting ready for, like, looters and stuff. And I'm like, if we all just act neighborly,
we're going to be fine.
You're fine. And you're fine in your affluent little suburb.
Yeah, in your little, like...
How are these looters going to even get into your flooded fucking neighborhood?
Because they can't drive anywhere because there's water covering all of the streets. Like,
you're okay.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
So that was frustrating. But no, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
It was just a really crazy time. And I remember, like, dude, the Houston, like, everyone was, like, Houston strong, taking care of one another, doing what they could to, like, protect another person, to help them after the hurricane.
Yeah. Do you remember whenever the military showed up?
Yeah.
Those vehicles?
That was scary. Those were big.
I had never seen, like, vehicles that big.
Yeah.
Like, the tire was, like, taller than me. I was like, what the fuck? And it was so they could drive through the water and stuff. But it was, like,
it's
crazy.
Weird.
It was so weird to see, like, my elementary school, like, parking lot full of these ginormous military vehicles. I was like, what in the Transformers fuck is going on here? This looks like the set of a Michael Bay movie.
Whenever
and the giant helicopters.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of, like, the people who own, like, those real souped up cars.
Yeah.
Like the big souped up trucks.
Yes, they were.
I just remember, like, usually when I saw those trucks on the street, I'd be like,
ew,
we get
gross.
it. Like,
your dick is small.
Yeah. But during that, like, 3 weeks, I was like, y'all are heroes.
Everyone would, like, cheer, like, take their cap off and salute and, like, yeah, you rule. And they would, like, be, like, hanging out the window, like, yeah.
Yeah, we'd be like, we're here to help. And now
That's so funny.
Now I see them and I'm like,
lame.
But for 3 weeks,
they were heroes. They were gods.
They were heroes.
It was so funny.
But no, it was a really stressful, crazy time.
Yeah, like, literally there's also this super wholesome thing. It's called the Cajun Navy.
Yes, the Cajun Navy.
And basically, everyone in, like, I'm not good. How many miles is New Orleans to Houston?
A lot.
Everyone within, like, a New Orleans to Houston, like, radius
that had a boat
showed up and brought their boat to go help rescue people.
And the thing is, like, thank God, because basically the entire city is underwater, and the entire city is, like, almost the size of Connecticut.
Yeah.
And it's so packed. It's the biggest city in Texas.
Yeah.
One of the biggest cities in the US.
Yeah.
And so we needed all the help we could get.
It was all hands on literal decks. We needed boats.
And the Cajun Navy showed out for their fellow friend, for their neighbor. Well, it was a beautiful, like, show of, like, just, like, compassion and love for, like, another person.
Like, most people that I know who had to get rescued out of their house, they weren't rescued by the military or the Coast Guard or anything like that.
Like FEMA.
No, they were rescued by a random Cajun with a boat that showed up, put themselves in danger, took off of work.
Literally drove miles and miles to just go help their fellow person.
White people own boats.
God, you always gotta know a white person with a boat.
You always gotta know a white person with a boat.
If you have a boat, let me know. I want to hang out.
You gotta know a white person with a boat for recreational reasons, or for your own safety.
Just in case.
You gotta know.
We still live in Texas, so, like, you know.
Yeah. I'm joking. Other races also have boats, but we're just making white people with boats jokes.
I know, but white people with boats jokes are always so funny.
They're very funny.
But I will say, going off on like a little bit, I just remember like,
I think I know what you're gonna talk about.
What am I gonna talk about?
Joel Osteen?
I wasn't.
Oh, what were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, I just remember like the Astros won the World Series that year.
Oh, yeah.
And it just meant a lot to me, and also to like all of Houston, because it was like,
were they cheating that year or no? Or was it after?
Okay, yeah, but like, whatever.
We needed the win.
The thing is, like, they had like the Houston Strong patch on their jersey, because that kind of like became like the thing. Like, we're all Houstonians, we were all hurt, but we are all gonna help each other to the best of our abilities. Yeah, it was a real show of like community in that like moment. Yeah. But I just remember, like, we won the World Series that year, and I was like, and it was kind of just it was something that we kind of needed as a city, I believe. Yeah. Because we had such a rough go of it. It was so stressful, and that was finally at the point of, like, we're figuring stuff out, we're starting to rebuild. Yeah. Because, you know, with a hurricane, with all that water damage, you have to tear everything out. You have to strip everything.
Oh my God, mold is so scary.
You have to, like, take all of your house down to the studs, basically. Yeah. And so this is kind of like the point where, like, we're slowly beginning the long, long process of rebuilding. And it was just so nice to see, like, the, like, city come together and finally get, like, its first real win. Yeah. Both for baseball and, like, just for the city in general. Yeah. So that was just a really big time. But let's talk about Joel Osteen, okay?
Bro, Joel
Osteen's a little bitch.
Joel Osteen is a little bitch.
He has no spine.
None. He has a beautifully glaring smile.
If you look a little too long, your eyes are gonna go... It's just too bright. You can't look at it. It's gonna go...
Yeah. He has beautiful pale green eyes.
He
and
scares
hair
me.
that is so wet looking.
He looks so greasy and slimy. I don't like that. No one likes him. I mean, unless you go to his church. But, like, I don't like him. But no one likes him. But anyway, if y'all don't know who Joel Osteen is, he's the pastor of a mega church in Houston. It's called what? Lakewood Church?
Yeah, Lakewood.
And it's huge. Yeah. It is a huge church.
My dad loves Joel Osteen. Damn. The thing is, okay.
I'm going to look up how many people can fit in Lakewood. I have to know.
Here's the thing. Joel Osteen, like, whatever your thoughts are on Christianity, yada, yada, yada. Like, I believe, like, if he's just, like, a famous motivational speaker, who speaks, like, encouragement into people's lives, if you think of him like that, you're like, oh, that's not terrible.
16,800 people.
16,800 people.
That's how many people can sit.
Yeah. Not even like the building.
Not even like the building. That's just like can seats. Sit. Wow.
16,800 people in Lakewood Church. Now, but Joel Osteen, like, just like, but he's not a motivational speaker. He is a tax-free, mega church. You know, like, churches don't pay taxes. That guy is rolling in it. Okay. And his. Well, basically, like, everywhere, like, all the sports stadiums, like, everywhere, all these big buildings in Houston were opening up as
like shelters. Like, Mattress Mac, he, like, owns Gallery Furniture,
opened up his furniture stores.
All of his furniture stores to let people in, so that way they could sleep on beds.
They were all sleeping on the display beds. And, like, you know, normal business owners don't do that kind of shit because... all these people are covered in flood water. They're coming with their kids, their dogs. Like, they're like, it's like being in a shelter, being an evacuee is a messy, horrible process.
It's stressful. It's
and
scary.
Opening your big, beautiful furniture store to people and letting them do that is so incredibly kind.
Without a second thought.
Because
I remember he did it very quickly.
Yes.
It was as soon as, like, people were like, we need more space, he was like, yeah, boom, let's do it.
I got all these beds that people could sleep on.
I have so many beds. I have like, if you don't know this, you can, like, eat at a Gallery Furniture for free. So he was feeding all these people. He was making sure that they were safe and had a place to sleep. And this is a business. Yeah. And a church who is supposed to be there for the communities, is supposed to be a safe place for people to go. Yeah. Did not open his doors. Yeah. Didn't open its doors.
Joel Osteen did not open Lakewood Church for the Red Cross to set up.
A few days, if not a few weeks.
And everyone got pissed off. They're like, if you're gonna be tax-free in a fucking stadium and then not let the city into your home, like into this like community space.
Yeah, because let's keep in mind, a church is there for the community.
Yes.
It is a community space.
It's not it's not Joel Osteen Enterprise.
For you to deny people and turn people away in the time of most need is absolutely bananas to me.
It is so insane. How is that serving
Christ? How is that serving Christ?
How is that serving your community? What was the logic there?
And so after catching so much flack, they were like, "Oh no, like no, y'all can come in. We'll welcome people in." Only after intense pressure
and scrutiny from like the entire country.
Did they help out?
That pissed me off so much. That was like the one super negative story from Harvey. Literally everyone else came together. Except for Joel Osteen. And it's like, okay, you're really showing
your true colors. Yeah. Like we know, like we already knew who you were, but this is just further proving it.
Yeah. Mattress Mac over Joel Osteen all day. All day, every day.
I think Mattress Mac went to like the World Series like a lot.
Oh yeah,
like, he's a huge fan of the Astros.
He's like also a major, like he's
gambler.
He's a betting man, and whenever the Astros won, he like furnished so many Harvey houses.
Yeah.
Like free mattresses, free furniture, just
he was making sure that people were okay.
Like
it was great.
It was amazing. Tears to my eyes.
So yeah, hurricanes.
But then, also, Homecoming.
Let's switch to a slightly lighter note.
Also in September, in Texas, Homecoming. Now,
you might be asking,
what's the big deal?
It's when you're coming home to school.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Homecoming. You know, they had to explain what a homecoming was to Tom Holland. He didn't know about it.
He didn't know what it was. He was like, what is it?
Is it like prom?
No,
there's football involved.
And so the thing with homecoming, and let's talk about the tradition of mums and garters. In Texas, because this is just a Texas thing. This is a Texas thing, and honestly, I do love mums and garters.
It's camp.
It's fun.
It's so fun.
It's pretty. It's shiny.
It's distracting. It's over the top.
It's so pretty. So mums and garters. So whenever it comes from, I guess mum comes from the word chrysanthemum, like the flower.
Yeah.
But now, instead of getting an actual flower, it's these huge fake flowers.
Yeah.
And so, whenever you go to homecoming, usually it's a dance, so people get asked out.
Yeah.
And you'll give if your date is a lady, you will give her a mum, and she will give you a garter if you're a man.
Yeah.
And mums are worn around the neck. Usually they like pin to like your shirt, but because nowadays they're so ostentatious,
they're hung around your neck
like with like a ribbon.
Yeah, and then you wear overalls because what it was like they got so big and ostentatious that you had to pin them to overalls for them to stay up.
Yes, that way like it didn't drag down like a cotton shirt.
It didn't like tear your shirt, but then it got so ridiculous that it had to be worn around your neck on top of being pinned to overalls.
So literally like there'll be like 4 different pins to your overalls along with your neck.
Yeah.
And then also with your overalls, you get overalls, you paint them, you customize them.
Decorate and customize your overalls. That has become part of the process.
It's this whole big thing. And so it's this big flower basically. And it has long ribbons that basically hit like the middle of your shin.
Yeah.
And
really long.
Really long ribbons.
They're full of cowbells, bubbles,
and
charms.
The crafting stores near your school district will have like your specific school district name or like your specific high school.
Yeah. On
the ribbon in like the school colors.
Yeah, it's already built in. Yeah.
So you don't have to like make anything. It's like it'll be like boom.
It's like a business.
It's a business.
You can make your own, or like someone's mom can like make one from scratch, which is also super cool. But it is a lot of man hours.
It takes a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
So you have to. It's a lot of hot gluing. It's a lot of stapling. Yes. It's a lot of pinning.
Yes.
And so you kind of just like build up from like the most basic ribbons to like the most extravagant ribbons. And
if you like play a sport, it's like shown somewhere in there, or like so there's like parts of your personality or like things you like, and it's just
it's to show your personality, it's to show school spirit, and it's just a fun thing to do. It's really sweet.
And it used to be, you know, like the moms of the boy and the girl would get together and make or buy this mum or whatever and customize it. But then it didn't really become about dates. Like, literally, if you didn't have a date, you still, like, made a giant mum. Even if someone didn't give it to you.
You made it, and it was, you want to get in on the fun.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
It's all for fun.
And so I remember we did, like, a mum making time, right? Or no, was that whenever we made the garters?
I don't remember.
I remember, I made my mom with my sister and my mom.
I bought the garter. I didn't make mine.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I made his garter.
Oh.
But,
good job.
Thank you.
Garters are easier because they're miniature mums that are just on their arm.
And so usually whenever you're a freshman or a sophomore, you will just use your school colors on your mum.
Yeah.
And it will be kind of smaller. So maybe like 1 flower, 2 flowers, pretty simple.
Yeah.
But then as you get older, so whenever you're a junior, it's your silver. And then whenever you're a senior, it's gold.
Yeah.
And then as you get older,
you add a flower.
You add more mums. So towards the end, there's literally
like a shield.
It's you are like honestly, there's mums that will go past their body, like their shoulder width, because there's so many flowers.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't seen them, like, just go look up. Like,
I'm sure. I think TikTok found out about them a couple of years ago, and they're like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
And that's it. But I remember
garters.
one of my teachers was like, if y'all have a mum, you better not have any bells on it, or else I'm gonna cut them off. Ugh. And she cut off my bells.
That's literally like so shitty,
right?
If I'm gonna, it's already so distracting. They're so loud. I have 100 ribbons like fluttering about me. I'm going to be a fucking distraction. Everyone looks insane. Also, homecoming is a full week.
It's a full week. There's a whole spirit week to it. You dress up every single day
as whatever the theme is. And also, I feel so bad for those poor bastards in the UK because they just don't know about Spirit Week. And
Spirit Week is so goated.
They think it's a joke. They're like, Spirit Week, they're like, is that actually real? Do y'all actually, like, there's like a list on Tumblr of like this post where it's like, I have to ask, do y'all like have parties with red Solo cups?
Yes.
What is Spirit Week?
Yes.
What is a pep rally? And then like something else. And then someone was like, you are literally listing things that are all very real.
Yeah.
Like, those are not like stereotypes. That is all honest to God truth. And we put our whole heart, soul, and pussy into all of these things.
It's so much fun.
It's so funny. And remember, oh my god, senior year Spirit Week, we kind of ate. The kiss outfit.
We had matching boots. Because I remember we were at Forever 21 and we saw these boots that they were literally like platform plus like 7-inch heels.
Yeah.
And they were so hot. They had a flame on it. They were metallic. I still have mine. They're in my house.
I still have mine too.
And Katrina and I were like, okay, we'll split the boots. They were $40. So we did 20 each. And then you like went back and you're like, actually,
I need my own pair.
I'm getting my own boots. And I was like, okay, work, mama.
Yes.
And so for Spirit Week, it was Decades Day, I think?
Yes, it was Decades Day.
And so we went as 80s with rockers. Yeah. And so
we showed up in Kiss-themed outfits.
Yes.
The band Kiss.
Yeah.
Which...
With the metallic boots, I fell down the stairs wearing them.
Yes.
Which, they were a danger.
They were so fucking dangerous.
But they were really hot.
Plus 7-inch heel.
They were really hot.
And also, keep in mind, we were fucking tall in high school.
Yeah, at this point,
we're like, seniors.
Yeah,
so
we're like basically fully grown. And already, we're like taller than almost everyone in our class. And at this point, we're wearing like 6-7-inch heels, and everyone's like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?
Stop doing this shit!"
And I remember my legs couldn't fit in the seat because so I had to like keep them like crossed to the side.
Like whenever we'd sit at a desk, we had to sit side saddle.
Yeah, because side saddle like a lady.
Yeah. You know how like Spanish women would ride horses with their legs off to the side?
Yeah,
ride side saddle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's how we'd have to sit at our desks.
Our legs were just way too long.
Sorry.
Can't help it. Sorry. It's Spirit Week. And then the thing is, usually the football game is on a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
And that's whenever you dress up in, like,
your overalls.
The football game is whenever you do the overalls, the mum.
And you wear them to the game.
Shirt. You wear them to the game.
Which is chaos. Almost trip over ribbons going up metal bleachers.
It's literally so terrifying.
Chaos.
It's awesome. You watch your football game and you're like, yeah, we're back at school, yay!
We lost almost every year.
Yeah, we were really bad at football.
It was so funny because we'd be losing by like 40, and Laura would like turn around to the group of girls and she would just yell. She'd be like, we got them right where we want them. And then everyone would like cheer.
Yeah! It's funny, I still do that to my volleyball league.
Yeah, got it right where we want them.
We got them right where we want them. We're losing. We have lost all 3 sets.
We're losing by 40. And they're going to get overconfident and we're going to take them.
And that's we got them where we want them.
We got them where we want them.
They think they're so comfortable. Oh, we're not going to. No.
No, yeah.
Watch your back.
Watch your back.
Because we're coming.
Whenever we come from this, it's going to be embarrassing for you. We never came from
absolutely never. I think we scored like 3 points one time.
Yes, we got a kick.
Woo.
Woo. Anyways.
And then Saturdays whenever you do the dance.
Saturday's the dance.
We do have a story about that out. So if you haven't listened to our throw up, deepest fears and throw up stories episode, you should go listen to that.
Because I have a very
iconic.
Me and Laura have a very iconic story about something terrible that happened at freshman year homecoming dance.
So go check that out.
But yeah, you basically, your homecoming dress, it's a delicate balance because this dress cannot be fancy, but it cannot be too casual.
Mm-hmm. It's usually short.
It's short. Your calves are out. It's not full length formal, but you don't want to go too frilly because then it's like, girl, what is this? But then you also like don't want to go like too casual because then it's like, girl, what is this?
So you have to strike that balance.
Yeah.
I remember my favorite homecoming dress was my sophomore year homecoming dress.
Was that
it was the velvet orange? Blue top with the pink tulle.
Oh yes, I love that one.
Literally, I wanted something that was like velvet and tulle, and I saw it and I was like, this is literally exactly what I wanted.
You were so ahead on the tulle thing because like I remember 2 years later, Haley Steinfeld wore this purple tulle dress on a red carpet, and I was like absolutely obsessed with it. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, Laura was all about tulle like 2 years ago at homecoming.
I ate in that dress. That was my favorite dress. It was so beautiful.
So beautiful. And you were wearing your sister's Kendra Scott earrings, and one of them broke.
And I felt really bad about it.
The drama. That's Kendra Scott.
That's Kendra Scott. If y'all don't know, I mean, y'all know Kendra Scott, but in the South,
Kendra Scott.
That
meant something in high school.
Yes.
That little like pill-shaped necklace.
That was important.
That was important. Kendra Scott was God for a bit. She was a god among women. She was a god among Southern women. Yes.
So I felt really bad, and they were also like kind of like a unique pair. So they were retired, so you couldn't find them, and I couldn't replace them. And I felt bad about that.
Terrible.
But
anyways,
yeah.
No,
homecoming.
You know, and I remember I started this tradition. I think with you, like, sophomore year, like, every homecoming, I would go to the bathroom of whatever restaurant we went to, and I would take a picture flexing my arm in the mirror.
Kind of big.
Okay, girl.
Kind of big. Sorry, I'm just flexing right now, actually.
Okay, Cora.
Kind of big.
But I started this tradition of flexing in the mirror with Laura at homecoming every year. So it'd be like, we were in our fancy dress, but we played sports, so we worked out like built a lot. So we had like, you know, pretty strong arms, whatever.
Not to flex, but like we were jacked.
And started this tradition, and then I remember looking through my camera roll like after graduation and like seeing all those, and I was like, oh, that's like so cute. And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, no wonder we were never beating the lesbian allegations.
Hey, can you go to the bathroom real quick and let's go flex in the mirror in our nice dresses?
Oh, hey, dateless girl. Hey, me, dateless girl. Best friend that was never seen apart from each other. Let's go to
Who's always together in school and always hanging out outside of school.
And doing literally everything together. Let's go take a picture flexing in the bathroom. And then I was like, oh, this is why
that makes sense.
Adults in the church thought we were gay.
Yeah. No, we want to know this. We had some people who were spinning yarns about us in the church.
People were spinning yarns and false accusations.
They were
fake news. But
I just have to say,
it's funny.
I think it's hilarious, personally.
Yeah.
But I think it's really bold for adults to be saying that in a Southern Baptist church where, like, they say a lot, don't hate the sinner, hate the sin.
Yeah.
Which is basically just, like, you still hate gay people.
Yeah.
It's like...
Which is such bullshit.
Why are you... Yeah, bullshit. But, like, why are you spinning yarns about these two girls?
Yeah.
You're an adult, and this is not a safe space. This is not a safe space.
This is not a safe space to be making allegations.
To be making rumors about two girls.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But I do understand.
I see where you're coming from.
I see where they got that from. Why we were not beating the allegations.
We were never beating the allegations. Really funny.
Very funny.
I think it's hilarious, but also, like, damn.
Like, y'all are adults. Do
Grow
not
up.
be making rumors about two girls who hang out.
In a not safe space as well.
Yeah. Those are dangerous spins.
That's really dangerous.
Of yarns.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Because it's not like it's like, oh, I think they're dating. Like this guy and girl are dating at church.
Yeah.
It's like, girl,
you are saying
you
something.
are a Southern Baptist church. Watch your tongue.
Yeah. But anyways,
that is really cute of us, though.
That is so funny, and it's also like we were not like touchy or anything. We were just best friends, and I think we did contain some attributes that they thought were not super Christian womanly, in that we were funny and loud and not afraid to laugh, and we were not of quiet spirit.
Oh yeah, no.
And we were like,
we're making a podcast, right? Like, yeah, we're not afraid to like have our opinion be heard.
Yeah,
we're very.
I remember being taught about how a godly woman, should have a quiet spirit all the time.
What the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck are you talking about?
A quiet spirit.
I think.
Does a man have a quiet spirit? Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Literally,
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I think the creator of the universe gave me multitudes, and sometimes my spirit can be quiet.
Ooh, but sometimes you can be loud.
But sometimes my spirit can be so loud and rambunctious and funny, and literally, oh my god, like being funny was attributed to like a masculine trait.
Yeah,
and so like I don't know, church people just did not like us because something about the fact that we were women and funny at the same time was like not submissive enough.
And confident.
Knew
our worth.
Yeah.
Like we weren't easily swayed.
No. And we asked questions, and they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Y'all aren't women.
Y'all are not
something's
good.
wrong with...
Something's up.
Okay,
you know what?
Not wrong.
Y'all gay.
Something's different.
Y'all gay.
Gay boy.
Yeah, so
it's funny.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But we were just besties and funny. Sorry.
You know what?
Is that such a crime?
God forbid women be funny. Like, for real.
God did not forbid it. And so just fucking take that. That is not to say, like, you know, we were not, like, oppressed in the church or anything. People just thought we were odd.
Yeah.
There are lots of people who had way worse Christian experiences than we did.
Yeah. This is not to compare plights. We just think it's a little funny.
We just think it's funny. And that they called us the Twin Towers. Super inappropriate nickname.
I don't know if we ever said that on this.
Have we ever said that?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah, the ladies working in, like, the front office of the church, they referred to us behind our backs, not to our face.
We didn't know about this.
Referred to us as the Twin Towers. And I was like, oh my god.
That's crazy.
That is a crazy-ass nickname. And it's not to our face. That's super funny.
Because didn't you go into the office?
I went into the office and I left, and then I think, like, Erica or something, someone was like, oh, Katrina's here? Where's the other Twin Tower?
That's kind of awesome. That's the worst. That's a really bad nickname. It's kind of awesome that someone else started it.
It's kind of dope. Like, can you imagine if we were, like basketball stars?
R.I.P. to all of y'all. I'm so sorry that happened.
Are you talking about 9/11?
Yes.
R.I.P. to all y'all. I'm so sorry that happened. That's like your official statement on 9/11.
Maybe we should cut that out.
That's super funny. It's like very like Vanessa Hudgens. Coachella COVID.
I don't want to be Vanessa Hudgens.
No, 9/11, like, Americans, if there's one thing about Americans, is that we never forget, and we don't mind a little bit of a joke. Just a little bit of a joke.
Girls, some people can't take a joke. Anyways.
Sorry that happened to y'all.
Sorry about that.
R.I.P. For real.
But I just think, I don't know where I was going with this statement. I think it's just really funny. Like, that's crazy. And it's more like just like so out of pocket that it makes me laugh.
Yeah. It would be one thing if it was just the 9/11 based nickname, or not 9/11 based, just the Twin Towers nickname. But it's also the gay allegations along with it. It's just like, all right, maybe just leave us alone.
Yeah. I'm kind of like catching strays a little bit.
Sorry, you find some of my personality attributes masculine and not submissive.
God forbid.
God forbid.
He actually didn't.
He actually didn't.
False. But yeah, homecoming. Ugh, what a time.
What a time. We never went with dates, except for one time, and it was not fun with dates.
It wasn't as fun. It was, going with just the girlies was always the most fun.
It's the most fun. Going with a guy, literally, I remember...
and also, we were dateless every single time. I remember one time, it was senior year, my church crush, he never had a date to homecoming, and then he had a date to homecoming senior year, and I was literally like, fuck, why is it not me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? And then I heard that, like, it was kind of just like a...
super awkward.
Like a super awkward, like, agreement, and I was like, I'm glad that's not me.
Yeah, that's just super strange. Anyways, I remember senior year when we had dates, I remember being so annoyed because at dinner before the dance, I couldn't sit next to both you and Erica because my date had to sit on the side of me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, this is, what is the fucking point of this? I want to sit with Erica and Laura.
Yeah. I don't remember where we went to dinner.
I think it was hibachi.
It was hibachi. Oh, God, I love hibachi.
Getting hibachi and then going to the dance. This is the height of luxury.
This is the height of luxury. And I remember I was like, he kept trying to dance next to me, and I was like, dude, literally stop. I'm trying to dance next to Katrina.
Yeah. We were never being the allegations.
And I remember he was like annoying. This feels so bitchy to say, but I remember he was like annoying me because it felt like he was very clingy.
Yeah,
to me, and I was like, give me some space, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom so that way he can't come in. I literally was like, I'm gonna go to the girls' bathroom so that way I can't be bothered by him.
We were like 18 years old. We were like way too old to be like annoyed by dates and like doing childish shit and like running away from our dates.
But we never done that before.
But we never done it before. We're like, oh man, this sucks. We have this like man we're responsible for all night.
It's like, stop. Why are you so obsessed with me? Like, just let me do what I want to do.
Yeah, for real.
And I didn't understand the whole concept of it, but whatever. It was fine.
It's so funny to learn that lesson at 18. We were like, oh my god, what a drag.
This guy's just always around me and wanting to spend time with me, and I just want to spend time with Katrina. And I just want to dance with Erica, but oh no,
I have to be responsible for this dude.
And he's wanting to dance next to me, but Erica and I are having a dance off right now, and it's really cramping the vibe.
Yeah, like, back away, give me some space.
That's honestly so funny.
We are so funny, and we are so never beating allegations.
Never.
I mean, I think we are now that I've been in like a committed relationship with a man for over a year.
Like a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half. So
honestly, like, yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I feel like someone would still twist it.
Someone would be like, I don't know, that's a crazy cover you all got. I do remember some of my childhood best friends, they're like, I'll be honest, I thought your ass was going to turn out gay. And I was like, I hate to disappoint.
Bestie, I hate to disappoint.
I hate to disappoint. Love the community. But yeah, sorry.
Just not a part of it.
I'm just not a part of it.
That's okay.
I love women, but
just not romantically.
Not romantically.
But
I think it's also super funny that like I had like people who were clocking me as a lesbian in elementary school, and I didn't like step up to the plate.
Yeah, you're like, you know what, coach? Don't put me in.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I actually got to sit this game out.
I sit this game out. I love boys.
I love boys. But speaking of boys, whenever we switched garters and mums, whenever we did like the mum swap, I remember my garter or my mum that he gave me was not gold.
Oh my god. That's so disappointing.
Like, I can't tell if I'm being sarcastic right
now. No, I'm Dean, serious. Okay. That's so disappointing. You get a date and they don't give you the right color mom?
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
I remember I was like,
damn.
I was.
Did you add gold stuff to it?
I did.
Oh, that's so cunty.
Because I was like, I'm a senior.
I earned this.
I deserve to have a gold mum.
Yeah.
And it was kind of gold, but it was, like, mainly blue. Like, overwhelmingly
like a
blue. Exactly. And it's like, I'm a senior. Yeah. I'm going to go out with a bang. So I remember I had a lot of, like, leftover gold ribbons and stuff from whenever I made his garter. So I finished everything up, and I just kind of, like...
dressed yours up more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it was already, like, pretty small. Like, there wasn't a lot of, like, ribbons to it. So I just kind of, like, put on a lot of ribbons.
To get a modest mom. What a insult.
And the thing is, I remember, I'm like... I remember he told me, he was like... No, I remember whenever he asked me out to homecoming.
Yeah.
He was like... I didn't think you would want, like...
ostentatious.
Yeah, a gaudy, dramatic, show-stopping, asking out with a sign. And I was like, do you know who I am?
Have you ever spoken to me before?
I was like,
clearly no.
I love anything for the drama.
You fill up every room you are in. Why on earth?
I love that. Thank you, girlie.
Why on earth would you want something that is, like, not show-stopping and over the top and silly and ridiculous and crazy?
It's just fun. It's just fun. And so...
Why would you dull your sparkle?
You're trying to cramp my sparkle, man. I mean, you know what? God, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you.
I'm not going to go with a quiet spirit into this dark night.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
You can take that to the bank.
You can take that to the bank. No bounce.
No bounce. Check is good.
The check is good and it's going through.
Lips done.
Lips done. Exactly.
And so, I remember I was like, girl, who do you think I am? And then, like, he was like, yeah, like the, like, I didn't want, like the mum to be too big. And I was like, who do you think I am?
Wait. Didn't he ask you to homecoming?
And it was something
Panera
that I had told y'all before.
Yes. And he just didn't do anything except exactly what we told him as a suggestion.
Yes.
Was it?
So I told y'all. I told you and Erica.
Yeah.
I told y'all, I was like, oh, it'd be really funny if someone asked me to homecoming by taking me to Panera Bread, getting me a baguette, and then being like, you breader, go to homecoming with me.
Yeah.
Funny, sweet, clever, quirky.
Yeah. There's a pun.
It's pun. Something. I get Panera Bread.
Yeah, you get a bread bowl.
Mm-hmm. I get a baguette.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get a baguette.
What?
We just were eating lunch, and then he was like, you breader, go to homecoming with me.
No sign, no picture.
No nothing.
Literally, it's like the most not Laura thing ever.
Like, yes, that's what I said, but I meant, like, do more with it.
I don't even remember what my sign said. Mine was like a pun.
It was
about
like, this
corn.
is kind of corny.
Yeah,
but...
and then he gave me like a plate full of corn.
Yeah.
So I think mine was like a corn pun, and like my day was like fine.
Yeah, no, we were friends with him.
We're friends. It was like fine, and I was friends with his family.
Yeah, his family's cool.
Was not interested at all. Romantically. I don't think he was either.
No. It was more just like a friend thing.
It was just a friend thing.
I think my date was interested romantically.
Yes. I remember, like, very vividly him coming up to me on the dance floor and being like, have you seen Laura? And I remember having to play it cool and be like, as if I did not just see you go to the bathroom. And I was just like, I don't know, man. I think she went that way, and like just pointed the opposite direction. And I was like, dude, you just don't know her.
Yeah. Because I remember we were like becoming more, because we went on a mission trip earlier that summer to Nicaragua.
A budding romance.
In any good
Christian
church. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I remember like we were like becoming like not like romantic, but close. We were becoming friends on that like trip.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
But I think after homecoming he realized, no, I don't want to date her.
Yeah, because she's
not for me. She does not have a quiet spirit.
She does not have a quiet spirit. She's also very clearly not interested in me romantically.
You know what? I'm like looking back at it, I'm like, maybe I wasn't like really mature about that, but also like I was 18 and I never had a date before, so like I'm fine. I'm in the clear. Sorry.
It's your last homecoming. You want to have fun.
I want to have fun with my friends. I want to dance with my friends.
Yeah, I don't think I danced with my date like even once.
No, there was no slow dancing.
Absolutely not.
If there was, I'd say like, no.
But,
oof. But I do remember, I was like, whenever he saw the modified mum, he was like, did you add things to it? And I was like, yeah, I just wanted it to be like more gold and like bigger. And he was like, oh, okay. And he seemed like a little sad about that. And I was like,
Sorry.
I can't help it.
You can't help it.
I am.
We are not Christian women with quiet spirits.
I'm not. I don't have a quiet spirit.
We just don't. We don't have quiet spirits. We're not very submissive women.
No. But, you know, it was fun. Homecoming was always really fun.
Yeah. Southern homecoming.
Spirit Week.
Also, I forgot to mention, for, like, what the mums look like, there's usually a teddy bear in the center of the big chrysanthemum. And sometimes he'd be wearing a little cowboy hat. Mm-hmm. And if you were on the dance team, being on the dance team was a big deal in like our school district, and like basically at a lot of Southern schools, being on the dance team, our team was called the Pace Setters. Mm-hmm. If you were a Pace Setter dancer,
Erica was in the Pace Setters.
Erica was in the Pace Setters, and
she was amazing.
She was so amazing. But
who else was in it? Janine.
Oh yeah, Janine was a Pace Setter, but if you were a pace setter, your little bear was usually dressed in a pace setter uniform.
And it was so cute. It
was just a little dancing bear.
He was just a little guy.
He's wearing a little, and I think mine was wearing a little cowboy hat. He was so cute.
I don't think I had one in the middle of mine.
Yeah. You didn't have to have a bear, but I had a little bear.
It was just a classic.
Yeah.
But, it's so fun.
Oh, and then I guess there's also, like, I don't know if being homecoming king and queen, I felt like was a bigger deal than being prom.
Yeah, absolutely.
King and queen. Mm-hmm. Because like for homecoming, you like go out on the football field and are presented to like basically the whole city. Mm-hmm.
It's very like debutante-esque.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at these young people.
I genuinely don't even know what is king and queen. Like, I'm like, oh, cool, it's our star football player and the president of whatever.
The homecoming queen gets announced at the football game, but the homecoming king gets announced during the dance. And then during the homecoming dance, they do like a dance together.
Yeah.
Who was was it
Miss Max and Claire?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, who else? You know. Anyways, so I never really quite understood, because also our schools were so big that if you weren't part of like the popular crowd, it like they're so far removed from you, like, you just didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, they did not affect your lives at all. So it was just like, oh, it's the
popular kids.
It's the president of
student council and the football
the star football player that's already signed to go to A&M. Congrats. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
There was never going to be an upset.
No, I'll say it, we were never going to win.
We were not even on the map.
No.
Not that we were, like, losers or anything. It's just, like...
But our class had, like, 760 people graduate in it.
Yeah, like, 760.
But there were so many people who were walking across the stage where I was like, I've never seen you before in my entire life.
Yeah, I've never heard your name. I've never seen your face.
Mm-hmm. And there were so many people who probably thought that about me.
Yeah.
So, like...
It's just crazy.
We just have a huge school. We can't help it.
You know. So that's the Southern homecoming.
That's September. That's a Southern Texas September.
Southern Texas September.
Hurricanes and homecoming, baby.
Hurricanes and homecoming. And also a small tangent, not a tangent, but like a very passionate conversation about good SNL sketches.
Okay, let us know if you want us to do that, because we will. Actually, even if you don't, we will.
Yeah.
This is a promise and a threat.
Basically, what we will do is that we will talk about every single one of our favorite sketches, and
then
if you have not, and we will release a list.
We will make like a list, a link, something that you can find everything.
And I want you to sit down and watch them.
You need to sit your ass down and get educated, okay? This is not for my good. This is for your good. I'm trying to help you.
Because SNL gets a lot of criticism for not being funny, but there are some good gems out there that help me get through high school.
And the thing is, listen, we know that everyone and their mother has made an SNL compilations, but we're going to show you the deep cuts. We'll show you the popular ones.
We know
the popular
basically
ones are
every Adam Driver
one,
basically every John Mulaney one, yes.
Trust. Have we ever led you astray? No.
Not likely.
We're your besties. We're here to help you out. I remember one time I was like telling some people, I was like, I need y'all to watch I Think You Should Leave, because there's so many fun things that you can reference with I Think You Should Leave.
Yes.
And there's always like 2-3 times a day where I'm like, oh, I wish I could say something about I Think You Should Leave. And then we could go on from there.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, humor isn't always about referencing things. And I was like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
Devastating blow.
I was like, I'm literally already so funny. And I would just be a little bit funnier if I could reference things to you.
Yeah.
If we could make some more inside jokes with each other.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
So
rude.
Devastating blow. You're telling me that comedy is not referencing something? Uh-oh.
Yeah, guess what?
Hurtful.
Guess what? I also know that, but it would just add another
full
layer
of
to the
originals.
comedy. It would add another layer.
Yeah, we could have more fun together if you would just watch this one sketch comedy show on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. It means a lot to me, okay?
It means a lot to me.
Anyways, well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I hope you liked it.
Yeah, DM us if you have any questions about Homecoming and Hurricanes. And DM us your favorite SNL sketch, and maybe we'll talk about it.
Maybe we'll talk about it. Or maybe we've already seen it, and we can be like, girly, we
that
also
was
love this one. Yes, okay, whatever, if y'all could do us a favor, and whatever platform you listen to us on, if you could please rate us 5 stars and leave us a review, we would love it. We'd give you a big old kiss on the forehead. Mwah! If you could also, share this with someone who you think would also enjoy it, who wants to know what September in Texas is like, because it is its whole thing. Send it to that person. They spread the good news of homecoming and hurricanes. And we'll be releasing some clips from this episode. So go take a gander at our Instagram at Do For The Bit Podcast, and go check our YouTube channel at Do For The Bit, and go check out our Pinterest at Do For The Bit. And I think that's everything.
Alrighty.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye.